Hi everyone. Okay, I'm back again, and this time we are still on Nancy and Obinna saga, and this is episode 2. So we treated episode 1 how Nancy and Obinna met and started a secret relationship, and how Nancy leaves school, go meet Obinna, and how she became pregnant, and the first time and the second time. So we are still on the second, which is not yet completed because of the unexpected situation that arrived in the case in during the process of it. So let's continue from there. I hope we are learning. I hope we are watching. I hope we are noting down some things down that will be useful or an advice for someone, a friend, or ourselves. Because in this life, yes, it's good to trust, but do not trust somebody that is not straightforward. Your life is at stake, your entire life, your future will be ruined if you decide to put selfish interest first before considering that of your own future. Okay, what I mean is when you put this person you feel that you're in love with, so much love, interest first, okay, before your own and your life, your future. So we continue from where we stopped last time, and she went for the second one, and the man said there's a complication. If something went wrong, you have to bring more money so that we can turn the womb, turn the fetus, so that it can cool down. Sorry, excuse me. So they can go down. And she listened and went to Obinna. Obinna said, money is not a problem. My father has so many shops, and so I can get money from him and give you. I just want you to make sure that you get rid of it. I don't want to have anything. I don't want to be identified with this thing. Don't identify me with it. I'm not ready. I don't want it. And she listened and she went ahead and did. But it wasn't properly done. It wasn't properly done because the fetus refuses to come down, but she bleed, and she felt like, okay, obviously in the process of bleeding the fetus must have bleed out. Obinna traveled after the whole love assurance and everything, and then she was still healing when he traveled. And after some weeks, months, she was feeling this pain. She kept feeling this pain in her stomach, feeling this pain, her abdomen, feeling this pain. She had to go to the hospital. A test was carried out, and they said she was pregnant. It's like, how possible is it? How can I be pregnant? It's not possible. But the test is positive. You're pregnant. She was like, what? She went back to the man like, but Oga, you did this thing now. How is it possible that I? He said, see, in the process of doing it, you were already about 3 months gone, and I try my best. But I thought that during the process of bleeding, the fetus went down with it. I'm surprised as well. Maybe you shouldn't try again, because what I saw during the process means your third trial will either claim your life or cause some catastrophe, some bad thing, bad omen that we won't be able to recover from. And yeah, just have to leave it alone. Just leave it alone. She cried her eyes out. She cried, cried, cried. She tried to reach Obinna. He was unreachable. So she had to nurse her wound. But because she don't have any, she couldn't touch the pregnancy anymore. So she just had to come clean with her parents and tell her parents, see, I'm pregnant. Well, but she didn't tell them that it's Obinna, the son of Nnamdi, my father's business partner, that got me pregnant. So Nancy just had to lie that it's some other guy, and he has scounded her, he has run away. The father was disappointed. Just imagine. He was so disappointed. But you can't throw off your child. So they have to take care of her. Her education was on hold. They couldn't continue. She couldn't go back to school. So she was home with the pregnancy until the due time came and she went to give birth and she couldn't push out. She have to go through the process of CS. It was a very delicate period of her life, and she almost lost her life in the process, and she was in coma for some time, but she recovered, and was her baby was alive too. And her baby is a boy, and she came out alive after some time, but her womb was damaged because of what the man that performed the abortion had done already. So a lot of things went wrong inside, and they couldn't just right it. It's a wrong that couldn't be righted medically, and that's how they told her she can't be able to have another child. This is the only child she will have in this life, and you shouldn't be able to conceive, get pregnant. This is the only child you'll be able to have, Nancy. That was hot. That was the pain that she couldn't come out from. Her education was, her life was everything that she never thought would happen to her. These things kept happening. They tried to reach Obinna again to communicate the whole situation. But he's unreachable. He has changed a lot of his social media, changed his line, and blocked her from reaching him. So she continued her life. She had to join her father in the business and have her own shop that she's selling little things while taking care of her son. So her education was out of it because she was not emotionally balanced to go back to study. Even her parents wanted to encourage her. She said, no, I can't concentrate anymore in school. And so that was it. So their focus went back to the second daughter. But Nancy tried to pick herself up until she heard that Obinna was back after 6 years. So her child was about 6 years. And he wasn't just back, he was back to get married to another woman. So his traditional marriage was the talk of town, and everyone knows about it in the market. Like Obinna is getting married, and he has printed his ivy. They were sharing it like, which Obinna? How can Obinna? Who? Obinna. So she was up for it and saying, no, no, it's not possible. He can't do that to me. He will never. I'm going to put trouble in that wedding. He's not going, that wedding will not hold. And so that was how it started. So I'm going to be right back with the third episode, which is going to be the last one. Okay, I don't want to make this too long for you, so that you can just be watching it bit by bit. So I'll be right back with the third episode, and just stay tuned. Stay tuned. Hope you're learning.